Hello out there in YouTube land, welcome to the OK Goodreview channel. And today guys, we are gonna crack open a fresh Revell kit, guys. It is from Foose Design, Chip Foose, Mastermind, and it is a 68 Pontiac Firebird, guys. And so there is some different options with this particular kit. We'll take a look here at the box in a second. So a little bit about the car, guys. When I started to get back into modeling, I was thinking about approach, and that's changed considerably over the year or so that I've been back kind of doing this. And so first I started thinking in terms of what cars have I always wanted to do and didn't have a chance to do. I wanted to recreate a couple cars from when I was a kid first doing them. And then once I kind of had that done, I started thinking about, well, what if I do every car I own or have owned in the past? And a lot of those are not available in model kits. Probably never will be. Model kits, you know, I'm sure when the designers come up with them, they don't think, oh, what kind of pedestrian sort of commuter cars can we put out? I'm sure they're thinking of, you know, cool cars, hot rods, and stuff that's actually going to sell rather than, you know, like a Camry or a Sentra or something like that. So some of the cars I've owned over time, guys, I'll not ever be able to find. And I haven't been able to find the two cars from my childhood that I'm still. I go to every model shop I come across just on the off chance that they might be in there, guys. Occasionally, I even look for them in collectible shops. And so far I've been pretty skunked. And I mean, I wouldn't expect anything different, you know, from being about 30 years ago or so. And I'm not even sure the kits would still be usable from that long ago, but so I haven't found those, and I'm just hoping they'll be reissued, guys. But this is a couple things. The other part is that I started thinking about, okay, well, I'll do one for every manufacturer. So Revell, Monogram, Revell and Monogram, AMT, all the round two stuff. Then I went to the Japanese, the Tamiyas, the Aoshimas, the Fujimis. I haven't done a Hasegawa, guys, as of this filming, guys. I haven't done a Revell Germany either. So I'm still kind of have those. I still have that in the back of my mind to kind of go through that. But there's a lot more model companies than I had anticipated. So this one, then I started looking at the color of cars I'd done, and I said, you know, I haven't done an orange car yet. And I thought, okay, so this would be really cool to recreate a Firebird that I had, guys, and it was a heavily modified one, late 70s Firebird. The thing that it had was, let's see if it's even on this. The thing that it had was, let me just show you here, guys. It had a hood that had dual scoops, guys, and that was an option, but it was a little bit unusual. Let's just take all this stuff out. So this one right here, you can see this one is for the blower. This one right here, guys, has the dual scoops in it, guys, because I wanted to recreate that car. And I said, okay, I want to do an orange car, so I got some competition orange. And I wanted to recreate my Firebird. Now, this is the wrong shape. Honestly, guys, this is not the shape my Firebird was. Mine was the late 70s, and I saw a couple Z28s. Fujimi makes a Z28 that's similar to that, but they only had the single triangle hood scoop for that one. So that was kind of my quest, is to make as close as I could to that car, because that was a really fun car to have. But a lot of this is cars like that we're never going to see again, guys. You know, that's the golden age of a lot of automobiles. You know, we look back on it, and it was kind of a selfish time, I guess you could say. And car design back then was not really performed, I guess, with economy in mind. You know, they had different priorities back then. But you see cars that were almost works of art. And I think you know, for me, that continued all the way mostly through the 70s. You know, even a little bit into the 80s. But by the time the 80s started to roll around, you had a shrinking down. You had a lot of cars that were really devoted to aerodynamics. And it just kind of changed the nature of things. And then we get to now, and everything is huge again. But the design of stuff now still really wants to have that airflow. It wants to be, a lot of it wants to be kind of sleek and slick. So you just don't really have a lot of the sort of shapes that you used to have back then. And I love that stuff. I grew up with that stuff. I think that stuff is cool. And it's stuff that, you know, as a parent, you kind of go, okay, so what is it you want to, what's important that you want to expose your kid to? And Star Wars Show likes arty stuff a lot. And to me, a lot of that stuff is art, and it's cool, and it's loud and mean and powerful. And, you know, it's just presenting something to him, whether or not he ever gets to kind of be a motorhead, guys. And honestly, even in 10 years, I can't tell you what that's going to look like. We never dreamed that people will be in cars with modular programming devices and laptops and controlling the cars to the extent they do now with a lot of the tuner cars. Never dreamed that back then. You know, everything was mechanical, in fact. So you saw all the blowers and all that stuff. You had to time that mechanically for the most part. There was not chips and readouts and stuff like that that you could sit and try to tune things with. It just didn't exist. So who knows what it's going to be in 10 years from now. The only thing I can tell you, in my view, there will be some electric component to it. The age of engines that rely on fossil fuels, I think, guys, is drawing to a close. I don't know that anybody's going to be making a strictly fossil fuel power car much longer, even probably from, I would imagine that will be over 5 years from now. I think you're going to see some electrical component in literally everything out there, guys. You gain some things, you lose some things, guys. But this is, you know, historically, this is a prime period, I think, for a lot of, you know, the big Detroit iron and all that stuff, guys. So I hope it's preserved. This is a good way to preserve it. This stuff is cool to just have, you know. So for me, rather than having a whole garage with a bunch of these cars, I guess this is probably the easier way, but you know, we try to keep these things in our memory, guys, you know, lest we forget. And we can't always go to car museums. So all right, guys, and that aside, so this is going to be, this one I didn't choose because of Foose. I honestly kind of chose it despite the Foose, because I don't like I didn't like the rims on this, these sort of custom rims that are on it. So I'm probably going to throw the rims out, guys. We've got, remember, a lot of stuff. This came with the 400 Ram Air engine. And of course, that's what's in this as well. 400 is actually a pretty cool engine. They use that in the GTO Judge as well. So what we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to keep a little bit of this. I'll probably paint those vents chrome. I'll probably chrome those out. The rest of this is going to be this competition orange. And I got a Citadel orange for the engine because Model Masters, Tamiya, and Testers, the usual stuff I use, is all rubbish. Their oranges were all universally awful. So we're going to be trying the Citadel, which I think is more of a figurine, like a Warhammer type paint. So we're going to put that on the engine. Alright, in here, guys, so we're going to be doing a black stripe, guys, so I've got to tape all this off, you know, and get some paint on that first. So we've got these rims. I don't like these rims, so I'm not going to be using those. We'll use some different rims. We've got a carburetor here. We've got a massive intake here, and I'm assuming that is so that you can put a blower on it. Where's the blower? Okay, guys, so the intake actually just extends into the Ram Air scoop. It doesn't have a blower that goes all the way through. Anyway, we're not using that, so it doesn't matter. There's the chrome pieces, and here is the glass. And let's see, what do we have here? I do like this paint job, guys. I would not be afraid to actually do this black and silver. I think this looks really cool. But I want to make the colors that were my car. And there's some red here and white. You want to do white? And a lot of stickers. There's some gauge stickers, so we'll use those. The rest of this, You got the brake linings put on there. Oh, hey, this is actually really cool. This would be easy to recreate this. Come to think of it, guys, because they've. You can see here they didn't put any of the stripes on it, but this would not be bad to recreate using this. And there's the, I don't know why that's a sticker, but there's some 400s here. We might put the 400 emblems on it. I don't think they're going to read though. We got the Firebirds here, Pontiac insignia, a bunch of other stuff we won't be using. This is interesting. I don't know if we're going to be using any of these other than the instrument panels, but it's nice to. It's always nice to have stripes. So there's the instructions right here, guys. All right, guys, and now let's get to the getting here. See what we need to paint. I haven't decided on an underside color for this yet. I think I'm probably just going to go see what paints I have left. Maybe choose something. But I think most of them are red, so that might not work either. Here's the rims. Use those. And we've got, okay, the instrument. Oh, hey. The dashboard actually has pedals attached. Got a firewall here. Firewall needs to be orange. So the seats, guys, we've got to figure out. I might actually do these in white and orange stripes, possibly. I think that look really cool. I was thinking about black and white horizontal stripes, but these seats will not lend themselves to that. So I think I might just go with orange and white stripes. That'd look pretty cool. Got a wheel there, seats. You got multiple seats apparently. Is this a car seat? What is that? I don't know what that is. Huh. Got the console here. Boy, there's a lot of painting on this. Wow. Okay. So let's see. Anything here? This is going to need to go orange. The insert for the back. And what do we got here? Radiator. Got exhaust. The engine. I could paint the engine competition orange, I guess. The one problem with that, though, is I don't know if it's going to match the other one. And I probably will have to do touch-up. We got headers. We got other stuff here. Battery. Part of the chassis there for the front. And boy, oh boy, there's so much stuff here. Fan. I don't know why the fan isn't crumbed out. This is a roll cage of some kind. I don't know why that's there. Not going to be using that though. We got a rear end here. Different belts. There's a lot of belts on this. And of course the undercarriage and the chassis. So I have to paint the back of this because I always forget to do this, guys. And I put it on there. And I've got this white area. So I'm going to paint the bottom of that also. And I've got to do a whole lot of masking as well. The interior, I'm actually going to take this off the tree right now, and I'm gonna have to sand. Wait, can I? Yeah, I'm gonna have to sand this a little bit. So I'm gonna do that, guys. I'm gonna take this and just paint this by itself because I gotta tape off all this stuff. So there it is, guys. There's a look at all the cool stuff that's gonna be in there as well as some of the design. So we're gonna go with the bottom is gonna be. I might hand paint it. I'm not sure. I think I'm probably gonna spray it though. I think we'll probably go with, if I have a light gunmetal, something like that, I'll probably go with. The rest of this is going to be orange with racing stripes that are going to go right across. So they're going to go right across the hood. And it'll just follow the car all the way down through things. So I've got to put this, I've got to actually put this together before I put the tape on and kind of do that. Windshield wipers, I'm trying to think if I'm going to do those. I might leave those, I guess I should paint those black. And then we've got this area underneath there as well. It looks almost like it's a cowl induction. Well, it'll be interesting, guys. I've got to figure out too what width the stripes I want to use. I'm thinking 3/8 inch, but I'm not quite sure yet. So anyway, guys, it's just going to be a matter of getting all the striping on this stuff, guys, and getting out there and getting it shot. And from there, we'll see you down in Spider Central for the painting. Hey guys, so in addition to the competition orange from testers in the aerosol, I also had some Model Masters Smoke Gray Pearlescent that I didn't get a chance to use on the Thunderbolt Harley Quinn build, guys, and you can check out that model build as well. It's the P47 from Tamiya. And you can check our Twitter feed as well for that display if you want to see it. And I didn't wind up using that color. I went with a different color entirely, guys. So I had that left over. That's on the chassis. What I've got here, guys, is the actual colors that'll be brush painted. So from Tamiya, we have black, metallic gray, and possibly white, guys. I don't know that I'm going to be needing white. I'm not planning on using a whole ton of white, but that'll probably just be for touch-ups and so on. From Model Master, we have the amber metallic and the red metallic, which are transparents for the lights. We have also chrome, which I'm almost out of. That probably will be Tamiya chrome, I would guess, by the end of this build. My first experience here with Citadel, guys, is the Troll Slayer orange, which will be the engine, and a flat steel as well from Testers, and maybe adding in another color for the interior. I have not quite decided yet, guys. I'm intending on keeping it orange and white for the most part. Outside of probably the console and stuff will be that that metallic gray over there from Tamiya. And I might do something with the floor, guys. I'm not 100% sure on that quite yet. But the floor might wind up being the German gray, which is that color right there. So I might wind up going with that on the floor, guys. I'm still not 100% on that. So we'll throw that in there just to have it, guys. But so there's a lineup of paints, guys. And the actual painting will be coming right up. Okay guys, and we are back, and as you can see, this thing is done and in the can, guys, and this is the color scheme of my former car. Black went right over the scoops and over the roof and over the trunk, and you can see here, guys, that the lines are perfectly straight. I mentioned that, and you'll see why here shortly, guys. I had some problems with the paint I was using. The black got over thinned, and that created a lot of havoc, guys, for this. So from the side, I should have sealed it, guys. I had a little bit of a glue error here. I love these tires. This thing looks so muscular, guys. Like with these tires, it just gives this thing a muscular power stance, guys. And of course, you look at it from the front, and we got the stripes matching the hood there. And passenger side, you got a little 400 here, guys, on the hood. So that little sticker is there on the scoop. And from the passenger side, probably could have done these air vent stripes a little bit better. I wound up changing from one chrome to another, guys, and had some struggles with that as well, guys. But interior, of course, you can see there's the gear shift, there's the dash. Put the Pontiac emblem only on the back rear fenders. You can see, guys, where my stripes got a little funky here, and I tried to measure this up and tape it off, starting from around the license plate and going back. So I'm not quite sure exactly how I got off track, but clearly I did. And of course, we got the white stripe there in the middle of the seats, in the back seats, guys. You can see. So this is a custom orange for the seats. This is a combination of the turn signal yellow plus the Chrysler engine red on top of the base of the Troll Slayer paint, guys, from Citadel. Speaking of which, that paint I did not enjoy using, and I don't know that I'm ever going to use it again. You can see the dashboard there. I went with white inserts with the water slide stickers, guys, for the gauges. Just an all black steering wheel there, guys. There's some paint on the doors, some paint in the back, guys. I tried to, there's a lot of paint repairs on this, and it's one of the frustrations of this. I'm actually happy as it came out as well as it did for all of that. Of course, I didn't paint. I went with white for the rims. I was going to paint those, and they're white because I forgot. So as you can see here, I went with the race exhaust. This is a combination of both the race and the Foose and even the stock car, guys. This wheel system is one that I came up with myself. This is a completely custom wheel system because I don't like those rims, like I was saying there, guys. We've got the torsion bars there. We've got the leaf springs. There's the drive shaft and so on. I do like this being in chrome. I'm glad they did that. And it doesn't fit super snug into this, but that's fine. Not the end of the world there, guys. This is a lot of times, this is a really fun kit to do. And let's see if I can get the hood open. Come on, hood. Usually the guys, my hoods will pop completely off, and this one we have to just gently beg it to do it. Okay, guys, so, and let's see if we can just pull this off. Just take this off for now. So we've got, I was going to go with the supercharger, but I couldn't get to fit. The blower was riding too high, guys. See, we got the motor mounts there. There's the Troll Slayer orange for the engine block and for the valve covers, guys. And of course, all the components there, guys. This one has all of the hoses actually on it, guys. The battery, and the posts, and the little caps. So I tried to really get super in depth here on the detail, guys, and just I love how muscular this thing looks. This thing is just, it's just burly. It just looks like power, guys, to me. But yeah, I mean, you can see this is, it came out. This is a good looking car. This kit, guys, if you come across this, I've never done a Foose before. This kit, guys, is a very, very cool kit. And I took a little bit longer than I normally would because I was trying to play around with a couple different options, guys. Having 3 separate oranges, I'm not sure how wise that was. This is the tester's competition orange for the paint, guys. It shot like a dream. It shot as well as Tamiya. So one of the things, guys, I'm trying to refine things a little bit more. So this one I made a lot of errors on, and you can't see all of them because I fixed the majority of them, guys. However, having a clear coat and sealing it at the end of it, guys, is something that I think I'm going to start looking at actually doing as well. I had you can see, guys, there's some issues here because I had a lot of masking tape struggles, and I'm not sure if it was because, like, the Tamiya masking tape, guys, I'm really not super in love with. I think Tamiya makes a lot of good products. I don't really feel like the masking tape is one of them. I do have some Testors masking tape I'm trying out. That performed a lot better on the Harley Quinn Thunderbolt from Tamiya, guys, than any of the tape that I've had from Tamiya so far. So the Tamiya model kits are great. Tamiya paint is great. Tamiya masking tape so far not very good. I really like the 3M Painters tape. The Testors seems like it is performing also very, very well, but part of it is the over thin black too. It likes to run, and then if you don't get the tape right, guys, it actually acts like a vacuum and sucks a bunch of paint where you don't want it to go. So being able to fix stuff like that, because, you know, had I had a clear coat on there, guys, I could have fixed it and then just shot it over with clear again, and it would have read a lot better. Hopefully, guys, the hardener will prevent some of these other miscues, guys. I wound up accidentally spilling some paint in the course of doing this. About half of the brushes I probably need to be done with and replace them because they are not performing anywhere near well enough. And I think I'm going to have to probably part ways with at least half of the ones that I normally use and replace them with something else. That, of course, I found out in the course of doing this, which was not a good time to do it as well, guys. So a lot of miscues, but I mean, the end result I think looks great. I think it's a really good looking car. The seats are, I didn't get it to close up for that, guys. The seats are a little choppy, to be honest with you, and that's because I left the plastic of white, and I should have just repainted the whole thing with white, where I was trying to do touch-ups, and that's me. But again, that was the masking tape kind of fouling things. Part of it also was the way the Citadel paint worked. The Citadel, I think, is probably fine for figures, for Warhammer and stuff like that, guys. In this application, it was a struggle. I had to do a lot of 2, sometimes almost 3 coats, guys, and it did not cover at all well. So that paint, if they would have had the color orange I wanted in any of the other brands, I would have just gotten that and been happy. In fact, I almost think I would have been better off just shooting the whole thing in competition orange and, you know, just kind of dealing with it from there. But c'est la vie, I guess, guys. I mean, if I was going to do this kit again, I probably would do something like that, and just have it not be so fighty, guys. But looking at, I mean, the finished result, I'm not unhappy with. The only thing that I'm a little frustrated with is some of the, usually I don't paint the moldings on, so the moldings, having those to be chromed, that didn't work as well as I was hoping. And also the vents, guys, that you can see. I don't know if you saw those when I was doing the close-ups, but the vents could have been quite a bit better. But that's okay, guys. It's giving me some areas that I need to kind of hone in on a little bit and get improved. So, like I said, hopefully next year in 2020, guys, we'll be able to consider doing some competitions with some of these. But anyway, guys, I think the process is continuing to refine. It's continuing to improve. So that's the happy thing. And now I have one of, at least an approximation of one of my old cars, guys. This is the first one that I've done of any cars that I've owned. So that's kind of exciting too. Most of the other cars I've done is just stuff that I've either had in my head or I've wanted to own, and now I've done one that I actually is a lot closer to what I actually had, guys. If they do make kits of anything I had, believe it, guys, I will buy it and I will build it, and you will see that build as well, guys, if you are interested. Anyway, though, guys, that is a good deal for this. For the Revell 1968 Pontiac Firebird from Foose Design, guys. If you did enjoy this video, guys, please give us the old thumbs up, guys. Hit the red subscribe button if you guys have not done so already, guys. Blue L next to the red subscribe button if you'd like to be notified of latest greatest content that's available, guys, including more model builds, guys. I'm gonna have to put up a shelf because I'm out of room, and I can't hang the cars from the ceiling like I can the planes. So, but guys, this has been a blast, and hopefully, guys, you've enjoyed it as much as I have, guys. You can also follow us, if you care to, on the Twitter feed, where updates to the channel are made pretty much as soon as they happen to the channel, guys. I have to do it manually, but I'm usually pretty fast on the draw. Guys, there's also Twitter specific content as well, guys. So a lot of the models I do for action figures. I integrate the action figures to the models, and then that shows up on the Twitter feed, guys, for a final shot of what it looks like once I have it all staged and posed, guys. So if you're interested in that, guys, feel free to follow us along on our Twitter feed, which of course is just the channel name. Guys, leave us a comment. Let us know if you have done this kit. Let us know if you guys like doing model kits. Guys, a lot of you have sent comments, guys. We appreciate that. We read every single one of them, guys. And it's fun to kind of communicate back and forth, guys. So definitely, guys, if you're inclined, feel free to send us a comment, guys. We'd love to hear from you. Anyway, though, that's good deal for us this time. We will see you all next time. Bye-bye.